Misty Bog time. Prepare yourself. Oops. It's not fun. Actually, no, it is actually a lot of fun. This is actually my second favorite level, but only after you really learn it. Um, this is the hardest level in the game, in my opinion, so be aware of that. Coming out of the portal, I'm gonna charge through those gems, then cut it back through here. You can either take these two chests like this and come back through this one, or you can kind of get these two at the same time and go through that. I just kind of favor the inside one, and whichever one happens is fine. But just keep in mind, if you do miss that, you have to cut this back a little more. Make sure you get this. Just watch that all in fast motion. Watch out, back through, and then as you're coming here, the whirlwind will spawn. That's why we leave those gems, because we have to wait for the whirlwind to spawn anyway. So yeah, jump up into the whirlwind. Through here, you're gonna charge. And this isn't holding all the way left. You have to kind of like feel it out how much to hold left here. But you'll get it. It's not too bad. Out of this, charging jump right. Charging jump glide buffer across. Through here, you just want to worry about either killing this guy or sometimes, like he's going to be on a different cycle every time. Sometimes he's just not in the way. You don't need to worry about getting his gem. When you fly out of Misty Bog, if you have sparks, you will get the gem automatically. If you don't have sparks, then like if you're exiting Misty Bog sparksless, then you do have to do a little bit of movement to make sure you get the 5 gem. But either way, this guy will despawn, and his gem will just appear on the ground. So yeah, just make sure he dies or doesn't impede your progress. Through here, you can either charge all the way through here, you can kind of cut it more and like just go through these three. Uh, the more like parallel you are to this portal, like if you go into it on the long side, it'll be a faster load. So yeah, try to go in somewhat parallel. All right, this is a long level. It's a hard level, but luckily we get this fodder for free right at the start, so it's no problem going in blue. Charge, jump charge, glide buffer on the full hop. Approaching these trees. Keep in mind, these trees are pretty sensitive. They can move unexpectedly sometimes. Honestly, this is like the biggest level that I would suggest like just running ILs of and getting the hang of, because there's a lot of different patterns. There's a lot of RNG, and that's what makes it hard. Among them, also just having the hardest enemies in the game. So, but the general idea on these trees, flame, jump, we're grabbing the gems out there. See how that last tree activated a little early? Like sometimes that tree like you just have to be aware of how the trees are moving. But either way, flame, grabbing all those out of the air. Or come through here, get these two greens and the red. Going through that section can be, or going through these gems can be a little weird. Sometimes it doesn't want to give you one of the greens, so do make sure if you really need them to make sure to take like a line like this. Charging jump, glide through here. Once again, these frogs are RNG. There's a couple different patterns to deal with. This is actually the best one. This is the best RNG you can see. Let me tell you why and how to recognize it. This frog right here, you want to see him like right in this area. Sometimes he goes like over here, and he's more of a pain. But in this specific scenario, we can flame charge this guy, take that, go through the chest, and then we come out of the chest and we don't even have to flame charge this guy. We can just charge. Watch this. Flame charge through the chest. Boom, he's right there for us. That's why that's good RNG. We go here. Your options here are you can either go for the double flame charge on these fan chests, or you can get the either way you want your flame to be hitting both of them. But your other option is you can get the flames out, and as soon as they break, hit a roll into this red gem and then charge through and come back. Now, the problem with that is it takes more time, which gives these frogs over here off screen that um it gives them more time to move on their cycles. So it is generally better to be faster here. Here, I got lucky there, honestly. With this guy, you want to not panic. If you are fast like this, you want to not panic at least, because I could have just charged through him. This is like probably the last frame that I could have flame charged and have the gem still home. If I would have flamed a frame later, I wouldn't have got the flame charge. I would have been too close. So do keep that in mind. You probably, if you are fast enough, you probably want to charge this guy. Then through there. See, like these guys are hard to deal with. This is literally my my Misty Bog gold that we're watching, and you know I'm whiffing that. Luckily, not too much to recover. He was moving, but yeah, my literal I like if I could like make an entire tutorial on this section and show you every single different pattern that you could get, and it would be over an hour long. Like, there's a lot of different patterns. It's very dependent on how fast you go. My only suggestion can be to practice, 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 and get familiar with like recognizing patterns and how to navigate through them. Good luck, you know. It just takes a lot of time in this level. Through here. Flame here. Leave that 5 gem. We're going to be coming back for that later. Through here. Take a line. See, I kind of took a line just hard enough to get this green and then pivoted this way. Now, this is something that I've come up with. A lot of people get this green, and if you're down bad on gems, you can, and like go slower in this section. But in my experience, if you come out of that, flame charge that, go really fast here, I just charge off here onto the log, and then charging jump glide buffer. This boar is going to be on a better cycle to flame charge. Because if he gets way over here and then comes back out this way, like it's not as good of a flame charge. Like, you can't like just take it through here through these gems. You have to like go out and then back. And usually like you miss the flame charge because it's harder to hit it over here too, and you have to grab the gem out of the air. You know, this saves a lot of time if you can hit this flame charge. See how he kind of turns into me? It makes it easier to flame charge. Like he just runs into my path that I already want to take through these blues. Here. Big full hop, charge glide, charge down. Through all these guys. What you can do here, what I do here isn't the fastest. I just flame charge this and then cut back through. If you really want to push things, you can actually get a flame charge out here while like curling and charging through this chest at the same time. I play this more conservatively and flame charge and kind of go back. But keep in mind that you can do it faster than this. Stumps. Down, and I'm jumped down into the back, and then I'm curling left. Takes us right into that chest. Now here's another spot where I go a little slower. I just do your normal jumps. Now, what you'll see a lot of top runners do is you can do like a charging jump glide buffer that gets both of these and then come down into this chest. It's hard to explain exactly, but you kind of want to partially go into the wall with it and then curl back. I can probably link a video on that. I can link a run that does that for an example, since it's kind of hard to just describe it, but that does definitely save time. But here I'm gonna be playing it safe. Just X flames, jump down. Now here's another spot where you can change what you do. There's a lot of varying strats in this level. So you'll see a lot of people get this guy, go left, flame, or there's a metal guy back here. Charge through the other metal guy, flame the tree, grab the gem out of the air, then flame this tree and grab the gem out of the air. Now, this guy's a 2 and the back guy is a 5. There's 7 gems on this right side. Personally, I find those gems to be not worth it. I think this flows a lot better. Even if you execute this left side perfectly, it's kind of even slightly bad gems per second, or just like average. So I like to, as long as I have the gem count to do so, keep in mind, you're making these decisions based on your gem count, is I like to just go this way. Now, first of all, see how I'm making sure to push this guy off to the left so he doesn't get in the way, because he can flame block if you charge straight and then go into here, he can flame block you, then you get eaten by the tree. And when you get eaten by these trees, it's literally like a 5-second time loss. They like chew you for a while and then spit you out. It's a huge time loss, so you don't want to get eaten by these trees. But yeah, this is personally what I do. Charge there and then go back right. Don't, like, even though you're pushing him to the left, you want to go back right, because if you go left, then this other tree's going to activate and come eat you. So go back right. Flame here. Jump. Full hop. We're in. Now, guess what? There's more RNG in this section. More RNG in this section. This is another one you have to practice and get used to the patterns. See what this frog's gonna do, namely. Sometimes you get really unlucky and he stays over here and kind of like licks you as you're trying to do this section. But basically just get as many gems as you can in this section, but don't hold yourself up too much. You see how I see that frog go over here, which generally isn't great, because sometimes all 3 of them can be here and the boar can charge through all 3 of them, and you can just flame charge the boar and collect the gems that got left over from the boar killing these guys. But here, I see the frog go here, so boom, I'm setting up for a flame here and here, double flame there. See me slow down so that I can come through this guy. I get all 4 gems. It was a little slow because, I had to stop a couple times, but I at least got all 4 gems. I didn't take a hit. You have to be able to read situations like this. Through here. This matters how fast you were through that last section and exactly how your camera is. So again, you gotta look at these 2. Sometimes the boar will charge through him. Sometimes he misses him. You have to figure out how to deal with it through here. This is a good one. I make the decision on this run to just go right, because I think I'm not sure exactly. I maybe should have just read this and gone to the left side, actually. Is probably would have been the better decision, is flame charge to the left, skitter up this hill and kind of go this way. I was on a really good gem count this run, so I flame charge here. Even if you make this decision, you could, if you need the gem, just go back and then there. I make the decision to just ignore that 5 gem. Oh no, I don't. That's not this run. Sorry. That must have been a different run. I apologize. I do actually go get that. But I guess that's a good point anyway, that I had this pretty much same situation in another run, and I made the decision to just ignore that 5 and keep going. So once again, make decisions based on gem count. That's why these numbers in your splits are important, and checking them after every level and kind of seeing where you're at. Do this guy. Again, this matters, how long you're looking at him and how you move through this section. So if you've kind of activated him pretty late like this, then you can charge through and get the flame charge. But if you activate him too soon, he's going to be charging closer here, and it's going to be a lot bigger pain. This guy's going to eat your flame, and you're going to probably get hit, or the flame charge is going to be a lot harder. So keep in mind to try to move through that section with speed. Misty Bog, although it's very hard, it does reward you for, moving fluidly and speedy and being decisive. Flame charge. Through here, let's see. Okay, yep. So I do get the boar to just avoid this guy. Again, depending on your line, If I go like maybe a little more right here, he charges through this guy, and this is actually bad in this situation. We actually don't want him to charge through this guy. We want him to just miss him so that we can flame charge through this guy ourselves, then come back this way. Because if he charges through this guy as we're flame charging him, then this guy's gem is going to go in the air. And we have to like kind of wait for it to land. It loses just a little bit of time, but it is better to have him miss and get the flame charge and go through. Oh, I didn't even mention on, let's see, right here. You know, I went this way. These 4 gems over here are actually average gems as well. So if you need the gems, you can go through here, flame charge the boar as he's meeting us here. Then as we're going through these, this boar will come attack us, and we flame charge as we're going there. And then as soon as that happens, we cut back into this guy through him, then get this, then come back through to this guy. The reason I don't typically like to do that too much is at that angle, sometimes, you know, as we're coming through here, we flame charge the boar, then we cut back this way. Sometimes when you charge this guy, he gets right up nuzzled next to this chest, and you try to do the X flame on the chest, and this guy eats your flame. So that's the reason I don't typically prefer to do that too much, but some people do. So once again, make decisions based on your gem count. X flame, fade back, charge. And I like to just carry a charging jump. Some people like stop it there and jump charge back. I like to just carry a charging jump around like that. With that, you do have to be careful about not taking it too narrow. Not like trying to go too fast, because you'll miss on the inside here and you'll either get whacked by him or just whiff the gem. So make sure you're getting out there. Jump charge through here. Out of this dragon, we're going to turn around with a charging jump, go around. If you want to, you can full hop these, but they honestly aren't bad. Charging jump glides, charge down, charging jump glide. Now, your instinct might be, hey, I've told you about like how to grind ledges. So your instinct might actually be to do it on this side. And that would be a good thought, but actually on this specific ledge, theoretically the safe thing in our mind is actually bad. Because this ledge isn't very forgiving, and if we bonk or fall down, if we're lucky, we'll only fall down to this stair, but if we're unlucky, we'll fall all the way down, have to go all the way back around and glide over here again. So take this more straight on. Even if you're charging jump gliding, take this straight on, charge onto the ledge. See, I'm going on this side. And it looks scary, but it's not too bad once you get the hang of Spyro's movement, at least. Jump charge all these stairs. Through here. Boom, boom. Now, what I like to do on this first one is you see me kind of fade right, and that's for multiple reasons. One, I'm going to get this red gem, so that's cool. Two, it's setting me up to go back the way that I want. See, I'm going back this way, back through here. There is a faster strat in this section. It's pretty dangerous, but if you want to learn it, it does exist. I believe you go here, or I think once you get here, you'd like come back here, charging jump across, and then do like a double on the chest and like cut back through here and just like take a circle around that way. Whereas we're kind of like going around this way, which is a bit slower, but this way is just safe, so I prefer to do it this way. On these guys, we're going to kind of start by hitting them in the left, then more in the middle, then more on the right. Left, left, middle, right, right, right. Now, The reason you want to push them in that specific way is because if you hit this guy straight on, this last guy, he's going to land up on the stair and get in the way. He's going to be a pain. So that's why you want to push him off to the left. Make sure he's not in the way. These stairs. Now this is a harder section than it looks. Here, we want to set up so that we're kind of angled like this so that our flame is hitting both of these chests, right? I'm kind of barrel stuffing them a little bit here, but you see I'm getting on both of them. And then on that third one, swiping that flame, and you can't see it off screen, but I'm hitting a third fan chest. Get another one out and roll to collect the gems. Third one out, flame charge. Now I'm gonna just flame charge and full hop it. There is a strat where you can flame charge, charging jump, magic stair this ledge, and then glide across. Once again, I just prefer to play things a little safe overall, but I mean, I want to play the parts with speed that that are safe, and then take some things that don't cost too much time and increase my consistency. So that's how I prefer to play. But if you prefer to go balls to the wall with everything, you can magic stair this, and you can even wait. Do I do this on this right? No. Okay. You can even charge down onto this ledge. This is actually standable. Very dangerous, because if you miss, you're dying and you're going all the way back to that dragon, which is a huge time loss. And this only saves about 0.2 to charge down on this ledge, but I'm going to point out that it exists if you want to do it. I'm going to not do it. Turn around through here, and this is why. You do have to respect, this isn't the worst jump, but you do have to respect it. Make sure to get a good full hop, charge glide across. Because once again, if you die there, you're going all the way back, and it's not going to be fun. And this is why we left the 5 gem earlier. It's right in our path. Here, once again, this tree, sometimes he'll activate early, sometimes he'll not. If he activates early, you want to boom, boom. If he doesn't, and he stays here and you get the flame off, you can jump the gem and charge or charge glide right onto this. But since he activated, we're going to grab the gem out of the air, charge down, and then jump up. Charge glide here. This doesn't necessarily look standable, but it is. This part's a little tricky. You want to, as soon as you hit that first frog, like confidently run at it. You see he gets his tongue out, but as long as you confidently ran at it and took the right angle, you're not going to get hit. But as soon as that frog gets hit, boom, we're laying a flame charge out. So that flame charge here, and then the flame, we won't get a flame charge on this enemy, or at least we won't get the gem to auto home, but it'll kill the enemy so we don't get hit. Jump, grab the 2 gem, onto these stairs. Now, going through that section and this section fast is important because this is the highest density enemy spot in the game by far, and all these enemies move around. So if we're slow in that previous section, they're going to be moving around more and be more scrambled. Either way, there's RNG going into here, but when they've moved extra, it's just not fun to deal with. What I like to do, I missed this guy, but you kind of see the general ideas. You want to go into the front left first and kind of like try to assess what you're seeing here and you can get anywhere from 0 to 3 kills here right off the beginning. Our typical idea is going to be left, around, back, and through. I can show you this section a million times. Like, this obviously looks very hard, but it's not going to be too helpful because once again, this room has a ton of RNG. You just have to get really practiced with it, really good at reading things, making quick decisions. Go through this room about 1,000 times, and then you can then you can maybe be good at it. Then you can maybe be good at it sometimes. Like, believe me, this room can still be a run killer. Or definitely a time coster, at the very least. But you see I do miss a green there, but like that's, you know, all about the decision making. Like be aware of your gem count. Do I need to charge down for that gem and get it, or can I, you know, can I drop a 2 gem and sacrifice a 2 gem for a little bit of extra time saved, you know? These stairs are tough. Be sensitive with them. I like to not go straight on. Same here. You see me kind of angling here. You want to land just there is ideal, because sparks will usually grab this red when you land here and then come through here. But if you miss the red, obviously not a big deal. Then here. I don't get it here, but you see me kind of go for it a little bit. You can try to jump charge onto this last gem and land on it so that you don't have to wait for the sparks timer. So that these previous ones that started picking up earlier, you can leave after that one. But I don't get it here, so I have to wait for that. But as soon as the last one homes, we're out. And yeah, that was Misty Bog. Um, I know that like maybe it's a little disappointing that I can't break down every single different pattern that you can see, but this level is one that you literally just have to run it like thousands of times and learn to read uh, every single little you know, pattern the enemies can be in, and just like train yourself based on that, because the enemies are just going to be different every time in this level, and that's like I said, part of what makes it so tough. Um, anyway, big break next time. Just kidding. It's the second or third hardest level, right after the hardest level. And don't worry, after that, it's the second or third hardest level. It's literally the 3 hardest levels in a row, in my opinion. So yeah, look forward to Treetops. I will see you in the next one.